I think what it is automatically looking at that. We try and generally, well, ordinarily, we'll try and provide a framework. We've been given a framework for what it is, right? And so even though we might look at that, but a lot of people go, and something go, what the fuck is that? What? Right? Then, there's times you're like, never mind, I thought I saw something, but then you're like, no, it was this. Well, that's a rationalisation, right? That it's quite natural given the, concentration camp-like program we've all, men and women living now have been reared into, or the environment that we've all been in is that we can only see what the mind allows, right? And often you look at this, and for example, that weird, it's hard to explain again, but we're told, this is what it is, this is we're constantly, they're telling us, whatever this, I'm not listening to it because I don't want to hear their words, but it's like, alright, we're being, I'm not explaining this very well at all. It was clear before I started, and because of, look at this hand, look at the hand. It's not a man injured from an incident. I mean, look at this, for example. This was kind of where I was like, I'm going to try and say something and share it at some point. And I was watching this going, what the fuck? I mean, looking at that without the context of being told, this is emergency workers carrying someone who's injured, like, forget that. Look away if you need to and look back, and then just try and tell I should actually be doing this with that zoomed in, and just be like, what's that? And people will be like, for green-headed strange, I don't know, it's an outtake from The Wizard of Oz crossed with Little Shop of Horrors crossed with, I don't know, was it ER? What was that show with George Clooney used to shoot basketballs? I haven't got any new TV references, but looking at that, it's failing. It's what I've said before, in that essentially it's very difficult to explain. There's a bunch of little creatures, little strange crew putting on an incredibly good act of mimicry, and look, it's hard to, it's tricky to explain. It's like, can you not see that? I mean, people will make like allowances. It's the colour of this, it's the shine of that. It's because it's the digital transfer, it's the cameras. Then it's the this, it's the that. No, all those things impact you, but no, this is something else. And what often I think we've accepted it as being what we've been told it is, because that's. That was the limited framework on our perceptions, and times changed, and this is from 2005, right? So I'm a bit late, and at this time in my life I wasn't really paying attention to this anyway, and fair enough, but it's at the point now where and you see how the line, right, is going straight through them with the line. Look at what's supposed to be a nurse, the blue thing with the green on the left. There's a line that goes through the middle of them, through it, and often... that's right, it's gone into full screen. You notice how, like, the line from the pavement behind the elbow of the green-faced pretend ER person at the front of the line on the left, you see the line from where the fence behind hits a curb, you see that goes right through them. You see it just conveniently seems to line up with you. Your mind goes, mate, that's part of the bed, right? This is part of the... No, it's a fuck up. It's a fuck up that's easier to explain in retrospect, in hindsight, with the benefit of slowing something down dramatically on the computer. I'm not saying, I should have got it at the time, or anyone should have, really. How the fuck would you? But look, just look at that with fresh eyes and go, is that real? Is this actually real? Are they real emergency services? Individuals helping or whatever? I mean, what the fuck's going on? Like, it's as I've discussed, and I've tried not to get into too much in the past because I don't want to give too much energy to this type of thing, but this is what's run in every every one of these goddamn examples that happens, that's been happening all around the world, obviously before 9/11, but with monotonous regularity since, it's all a sham, it's all a show, it's all a fraud. It's the same as the Floyd stuff I showed and discussed. It's like, if I was to put this on edge, it would expose the bejesus out of it from my perspective. But I was just looking at this normal footage. You can see when, even like, she'll be moving, the one on the left, I'm going to say it's a she or whatever it is, the thing, the blue thing with the green top on it being a head. Like, it'll be moving without the leg actually that's walking it move. It's like how the ones that were following me around, their arms do move when they walk. It's subtle but not so subtle things that are obvious. That I don't know how to. Yeah, I kind of just want to say either you see it, you don't, you don't, and maybe that's as simple as that. But it's. I think it's a big stretch to look at that and actually articulate in your own mind, oh, that's a man, that's 1, 2, 3 men, 4 men, women wheeling a person on a. It's a dodgy illusion that we're just too optimistic, gullible and kind-natured in accepting it, which is what we do, which is what I've done, which is what we all kind of, I use the term we all loosely, but it was like a Dr. Evil, but I mean, what on the right, like, what the fuck? I'm trying to be more, it's not going to be alarming any more than it is, but it is what it is, and it's a bunch of strange things putting on an act to look like that, but it's actually quite shoddy when slowed down and considered with a moderate amount of critical thinking, and just like a fresh set of eyes, but literally, like, look, what this is what I've been calling shapers, and what it's difficult to describe, and it's a bunch of freaking things pulling the wool over our eyes from my perspective, and increasingly obvious. And with the benefit of hindsight and retrospect and all the bullshit I've seen over the last few years, and not watching television for a number of years is probably the biggest thing. That's why I look at things and because I haven't, the programming hasn't had an impact for a number of years, and perhaps that's all it is. It just takes that. I mean, look, anyhow, it's like, and there's this. I mean, well, look at this. Look at it. Look, if I even pause it. I mean, you can see. Yeah. Alright, I'll just let it go. Yeah, and I think you see it, you don't. Could have left it at that. And clearly, this could be interpreted in many different ways. But geez, the furthest, or the most out there interpretation is the one we're being told to accept this dodge. You see, I mean, this is all a shapey show. Look at this shapey show. There's a big face like in the middle. I don't know if you see, like, and the flashing lights. This is the flower petal lighting that I've gone on about for the last few years, when I was getting increasingly harassed by she shapes. Look, it's twitchy and cartoon-like and jittery, like a SpaceX rocket launch. This is regular speed. Let me just. Yep. And look at the ambulances. Like, what do they have? Like, they have yellow ambulances, white ambulances. They've got these different colour freaking ambulances. Do they use yellow ones here? Do they have a whole bunch of yellow? Then they had a whole bunch of white. I don't. Well, that's not an ambulance, but well, it's not purporting to be. Anyhow, the whole thing is just reeks of. Yeah, it's a shapey show. I think it's been going on. They've been going on for a long time. It's very hard to see with your naked eye, other than the fact that shit, if you look at the details, what the fuck, shit is weird and whack and odd and just wacky and not real looking. If you look at it on video, TV, a bit strange. Slow it right down. What the fuck? Wheels don't spin, all that kind of shit. It's a digital overlay situation, or a digital movement, like in a unnatural. Even this sort of. I'm stopping. This will probably go nowhere. I mean, those wheels, hang on. I look at this before, my phone's going to die. I'll see if I can. I'll go just 10% speed and see if it works. I mean, you can see the. What is out is the depth of field and perspective is out, because I tend to see depth. Probably for not wearing sunglasses for a few years, and probably because I'm old, so I don't know. But that's why I think it stands out so much to me. That wheel. Well, I don't think that's spinning. I would say, and that back one, I had a glimmer of a spin about it, but no, that's a shapey vehicle, shapey show. You know, it's got a beard for guys. No, I'll stop that. But it does. It's kind of like a bloke with a beard and another thing on top. Anyhow, much love. I'm out.